Hello and welcome back to Might and Magic. First of all, hopefully you can hear a difference in the sound quality. I got the new recording setup with the microphone and mixer table. So hopefully you enjoy this higher quality of my voice, as I've not been happy with how it has sounded before, and this might change. I might fine-tune it. It's still all new to me, and use some time on setting it up. And yeah, so enjoy that. And other than messing around with my sound, I have been doing a lot of duels. I haven't really been able to do PvP. There's not been anyone in the PvP matches. So, but yeah, I spent a whole lot of time. As you can see, I got a little bit more creatures. Yeah. The first thing I did was I've told you that you could use two creatures. Well, this is not the case. I got the shade here. And I got a shade up here. I bought this one, played around with him. Not sure if I've used this in a previous episode. Yes, I have. Yeah. I've done so many duels right now, so I can't remember what I did when. And then I got this one. This one you don't know about, that's for sure, because I got this one yesterday. It was the first new creature I got. If I select this one, he will disappear from the selection screen. I can't pick him, so you can't run two of the same creatures, which is a shame, but oh well. There's probably a reason for it. So I wasted 900, but at least now we know, so no need to do that again. What you can do, however, is have different setups for them. So if you want one going for support or something, and the other one for tank, then you can just switch between them depending on which hero you're up against. I have these set up the same way right now, so maybe I will mess with that later if I feel the need to change around. What else did I get? I got a new hero. I got Neuer. I've just done 2 or 3 matches with her before I started this recording. I kind of enjoy her, actually. She's a ranged DPS, the ultimate ranged DPS it says, but don't feel her range is that far. So, but yeah, I kind of like her. Gave her a paint job. You can see. I also got the Titan. Not too impressed with him. Not yet, at least. I took him because he has stuns and such. I was trying to build a stun team. Messed around with him in a couple of fights, but then I stopped going with him. Just because I wasn't happy with how he functioned. I may need to have to reconfigure his setup. Oh, and I got a new tank, the Tauren. This one I like. Let's see. No, actually, yeah, we can see it here. Let's see. I can't remember the spells. He has Disorient. I'm not sure if this stuns the targets or interrupts the spell they're casting. I'm not sure. It doesn't really say that it does. It only says it disorients, but it's not highlighted in any debuff color. Like this one, the bleed here, it's purple, right? So that's a debuff. It doesn't show up here, so I'm not sure if it's interrupting or if it's just text flavor for this spell. Let's see. Yeah, and he can protect himself from crowd control effects, of course. But he got this one, stunning. So you can stun and interrupt creatures. I won't show you how I set them up yet. I want you to see how they function, because I have a team that is doing quite good. It works with Veyor, with the hero Veyor, and it works with Nur. I haven't tried this new team with Murasol, but you can see I've done quite a lot of play with Murasol, mostly to get up credits so I can buy some creatures so I could show you something new. So I became the master of Murasol, which just means that I've unlocked every ability on her. Nothing too exciting. We can have a look at her abilities. She got this one. I guess this one is very good against Crag, but I'm not sure how good it is. And again, I haven't been able to try it because I haven't been able to get any PvP. So we will most likely do duels today, and then see if we can get a PvP match. But I haven't been able to try this team out against real players yet, which is a shame. Yeah, this is the new spell she got, the last one, Divine Cleansing. So she dispels any debuff or crowd control effects from hero like taunt and such. But I did notice if she's silenced, she cannot use this. So, but I guess that's not a crowd control effect, so. But it should be a debuff. Oh well. It's a magical ability, and magical abilities won't function if you're silenced, and all of hers are magical. I think you can see that by the yellow color. I did some paint jobs, like this one, of course. Whoops. Let's see. Yeah. So, kind of Hulk inspired paint job. I painted this one black and white. So, kind of like that. Oh. Well, I learned something new now. I didn't know you could rotate them on the table, because I was annoyed that these were facing the same way. Oh well, look at that. That's nice. Huh, okay. I learned something new. Let's just jump into a duel, and we will bring Nur as our hero. So I can show you how I've been doing the last duels. Oh well, 4 was 4, but it won't find anyone, so I won't waste time right now. Yeah. We will have a look later if there's any PvP. No, that's not correct. I will bring Earthshaper. I've changed his setup as well. I will bring this tank, and I will bring that tank. So I'm bringing 2 tanks. Oh, and this is Craghack. I haven't met Craghack with Nur yet, I believe. So this could be exciting. I will buff myself first, and then I will focus Crag. I will always focus the hero down first. Yep, frozen. And provoked. But that's fine, because I'm targeting him anyways. Push you back. And I've been frozen. Who is freezing me? It's the mermaid, isn't it? It is indeed. But he went away from me now, so going after someone else, which is nice. Probably got taunted by the tank. Let's see if I can push him back. Yep, nice. So that's quite nice that she can push people around and freeze them in place, like I will do now. Like so. That's very nice. And you can see we're chewing through his health, and it doesn't matter if he provokes this hero, because this hero is focused on damaging, and I want to damage him. I will push him back again. I will dash away. No, I don't need to. That guy died. Who was that? Ah, it was a minion. Okay. But we are getting a Craghag down in the next hit or two. Like so. Then, no. Yep. And then I will go for Earthshaper. I will actually buff myself first. And that increases my critical damage. See if we can chew through his shields and such. And I only run the Earthshaper here. And have a look at the health of my creatures. They are keeping them up. And of course the tanks have a higher HP to begin with, so... But this Earthshaper will go down now. It's actually down, so let's go for the mermaid. I will actually push you away. Which didn't work. That's fine, she's a range, so... But it does 100 air damage. So it was mostly why I would push her back. And of course she will have some distance to go to my other creatures. But yeah, this is of course a win. I know it's a win and none of our creatures will die now. Yep, only the tank left and he's down. Okay, so that's how the setup works, and I'm very happy with it. I have another setup as well that I run, where I bring Weya. Let's have a look at that. Also, I've leveled up a ton. I can't remember if I were level 17 or 18 in the last episode, but I'm 21 now, and it's only given me paints, so nothing fancy. First we will have a look at how I changed the tanks, and this is a secret, but I'll tell you, because the way they were set up, I noticed it wasn't working as intended, because when my hero died, I found out how you can view their sequence, which is in a little box down here when you're fighting. Actually, I'll cut in a clip which I recorded, hopefully, which will show you what I'm about to talk about. So let's look at that first. Okay, so what you're seeing here, I didn't have a good recording of the whole issue, but right here you'll see we are following the Minotaur. He is... the only thing he's doing is fleeing and taunting, and eventually when he's waiting for cooldown for the taunt and flee, he does one spell. And now you see the Orc Warrior. He's only fleeing, taunting, and perhaps he'll do one spell. They never get down to the bottom, and it's hard to show it now because they are so low in health, but they never went down to the bottom sequences I had. They always went to the three furthest, the three from the top, and went down and started from the start again with the taunt and such. Too bad I don't have a better clip, but that's what I got recorded. And let's go back to the original video. Okay. So you noticed what was wrong there, and I probably spoke about the issues as well. I will record a commentary over it. So, but now let's have a look at how they're set up now, after I knew this, or noticed it. So, he was only doing the top priority stuff here, which I'm not sure why. Because I thought they went from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and so on and so forth down to the bottom, and then they started over again. That was not the case, I noticed. Might be some cooldown that was messing it up. But how I set them up now is... because when I was fighting with them, I noticed they were fleeing. often after my hero died because they were low on health, so they would taunt and flee and so on and so forth. So I lowered it to 20% health just to keep them in the fight longer, and then they can start panicking and flee and whatever the hell they want. But I have them focused for support and the one who's dealing the most damage. This seems to work for me. So he will first go for support, taunt him, and increase his resistance, his own resistance, with a 5% resistance combo point. And if there is no support, he'll do the exact same thing, but against the damage dealing class. And in this case, the one who's dealing the most damage. But he will always focus for a support class first, so taunt, and then he will jump to this. Then he will do a basic attack, which is the slash. He will then do Blood Rage, which increases his speed by 35% and his damage by 40%. And he got a 5% buff to it as well. And with that increased speed and damage, he will do this Bleed, which deals 20 might plus the 40% plus the 20% from this per second for 5 seconds. And if he is below 50 health, I remove that sequence completely. But if he's below 50% health, he will inflict 200 additional might damage plus the 40% from this and the 20% from the combo. And then he'll do a basic attack. And then he will, I put it here just to have some cooldown on this spell. And allow some cooldown time on these spells to run out, to make him do the sequence as much as possible. And lastly, he will inflict 100 might damage, and he will still have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yep, 8.5 seconds until he does this. So he will still have that 40% damage buff, which is lasting 10 seconds. So that will still be in effect when he does this, which inflicts 100 might damage plus the 40% plus 40% from all the combos. And again, if he's below 50% health, he will inflict additional 200 might damage, 250. And yeah, so that's the support. And then if there is no support, he will taunt the one who's dealing the most damage. And then he'll do the exact same sequence, but against the damage dealing class. So this ensures me that there will always be a target for my tank. So, but he will have the focus on the support. And if there is no support, he will have focus on the one that's dealing the most damage, which is a tank's job. So yeah, this is true for all my tanks. Support, most damage. Support, most damage. And here, all their abilities is basically in this sequence. And it's set up exactly the same. Basic attack, a bleed attack, and a debuff which reduces their might resistance. So kind of a damage buff for this, but for everyone that's attacking that target. And this is might damage as well, so reduces the might resistance. And then a might attack comes, which will be the damage from this will be increased because their might resistance is decreased. Plus this one reduces the target's damage dealt by 10% for 4 seconds. Basic attack. And then he'll stun the target for 3 seconds while inflicting 40 might damage. See, 3, 5, 7. No, okay. He won't have the target won't have the might resistance when this triggers, but that's fine. It stuns them for 3 seconds, which will interrupt any spells, heals, or whatever they are planning on doing against us. And the exact same sequence against most damage. And I also did set up this guy. to do the same stuff, but with his spells, of course. Let's see, why did I pick this one? Not sure. Not sure why I have this basic attack here. It might be because of the combo. Yeah, yes, I picked it because of the combo to increase the combo points on it. Yeah, that's correct. So he will taunt, do a basic attack, and then he will increase his defense and remove any negative effect, or one negative effect, whatever that might be. So first support, then damage dealing. Yeah, he's set to not about to be taunted. I could change the other ones to this as well, especially if I'm running more than one tank. Yeah, I might change the other ones to that. And then he'll do a full sequence of this, which is a basic attack. And the disorient, which is a debuff as well, that reduces the damage dealt by 10%. He will then increase his resistance by 25% plus 10%. So, and then do a basic attack, and then he will call all the allies nearby into a defensive position and increase their resistance. And the same stuff for damage heal. But let's have a look at how I played with Veyor in 4 versus 4 here. And this is skirmish, so against computer controlled. So what I did was this. I have that, this, and here I have this one. So 3 tanks, and it doesn't matter if Veyor dies. He usually does. There is no healing going on here. I'll put up some shields. I will charge the hero. I will always go for the hero. And just push out as much damage as I can before dying if I die. Right now they're not focused on me, which is nice. And you can see we're chewing through the hero here. And basically just keep the rotation up with the debuff their might defense, and just pushing out damage on them. And they will go down eventually, and my tanks will go for the Inquisitor. Now the hero is dead. I will then go for Shade, because he does a lot of damage. Frozen, okay. And I do have a spell for this hero which would remove that, but I kind of like this setup for him. I'm wondering if I should help them out with the Inquisitor, but I don't think I need to. I have my shields up, and yeah, Shade is going down, and the healer is down, so I will charge him as soon as I can. And he should be down now. Yep. And only Mermaid left. So you can see it's quite powerful to run with 3 tanks, and even though they're not really DPS, and there you can see a synergy effect. If I use this, I would get a synergy bonus to my damage, and that's because I think it's because she's stunned. Yep, because the mermaid was stunned. Had I not had this on cooldown, I could have used it, and it would deal 300 more or extra fire damage to her, which is very nice. But yeah, all of us is alive, and we are bringing down the team quite good. And usually my hero dies depending on which hero I face. Like Craghack, I think I usually die. But it doesn't matter. My tanks will complete the victory for me, so we can have another run, see if I get to die. And that cat is really loud, and this microphone is really sensitive. I'll see if I can remember editing it out. It's one of the Siamese we have. She wants to be a YouTube cat, and I can understand her. It's a fun thing to do. So let's see, Nur up against Nur. Yeah, let's put up our shields, and we will charge her and debuff her and smash her purple face, just like this. But she can stun and such, I believe. But you can see taking her down quite fast, and she did a dash away and stunned me. But I'm the only one hitting her, and you can see how fast she goes down. And that's nice. She's getting some heal. They have 2 healers, Inquisitor and Earthshaper. But no worries, you will die. You will die, Nur. You are dead. Let's go for the Inquisitor. I'm not too scared of the mage. He did an area of effect right there. But I don't feel he's a big threat. I'd rather take out the Inquisitor then. The Earthshaper is of course a target that's good to take out. He can keep himself away from attacks quite well. But I'm going for Inquisitor. He's a better healer. This one is more support buffs and such. My Minotaur God actually died. That does usually it doesn't happen, but it happened. But my hero is alive, probably because they were focusing him instead of my hero. But yeah, remember I have no healer, and then there I died. Hopefully my tanks can handle this now. And if you want to see the sequence, you could pause just to have them stand still. And then right click on them, and then you'll get off the sequence. Which I don't understand why they changed, because it's hard to find them. It would be easier to just click here. But oh well. And you can see how this sequence plays out then. So he's on this one. You can see it there, but he's rooted right now. And he will finish this sequence. And then it'll probably taunt. Yeah, taunt. Do the defense buff. And then he'll go for this again. We might not have this now. Probably, I should probably have went for the mage, because he can be dangerous with only these 2 tanks up. Especially with this Earthshaper. He roots them and dashes away and such. And he's very good at that. But yeah, this is a loss. But at least you can keep track of the sequence work here. It's not often you get a chance to have a good look at the sequence, so we might as well just see it in action. It's a lot easier to get an understanding of how it's functioning. And I learned something from it, so yeah, that Earthshaper is good at harassing. Let's see. Okay, choose the other one. I should have taken out the mage or the Earthshaper, but probably the mage, because he's the one chewing through their health right now. The Inquisitor doesn't do any damage. I know I won't win this fight now, but I'm not surrendering just so you can get a look at this. Just to see how they are working. He went down to default there, but he will taunt. This and a little defense buff. So it functions a lot better now. Alright, that's enough. I will show you where with the same setup that I used for Nur. And it would be nice to see this against a player. Let's put Vayer. Yeah, because I want to see... I've decided... Oh, here we do get Crag Hack. I've decided not to get Crag Hack, at least not right now. It could be the next hero I get, actually. Let's see. Yeah, I'm bringing Earthshaper, bringing him and him. I'm just talking a little bit. Yeah, because I would rather want to find a solution for Crag Hack instead of trying out Crag Hack and owning everyone. I want to get him down. I'm pissed off at him, so I'll try and find a solution against that hero, and hopefully we can turn it around so people start choosing other heroes. Just 10 seconds left. I am in a Steam group for this game. Someone invited me, which is actually Proyas, I believe it was, which is the one I'm having issues with against Crag Hack. And I asked him, I wonder how it would be against a Crag Hack against another Crag Hack, and he said he actually had faced a Crag Hack the other day, and it was a pure stunfest, which ended up in sudden death, and basically the one that could stun the most or first won the fight, and that's not fun. See here you get a synergy effect. I think that's because of the Earthshaper did something, and we have this one, so we'll use that, get the synergy, which is very nice. So you get the hero down fast. Put up my shields just to help the healer a little bit, and now we do have a healer, so we can survive just a tiny bit longer. Target is dead, so let's go for Shade. Shady, where are you? You are soon to meet the grave. Yeah, silence me. I can still use my might abilities. It's only the magic abilities you can't use when silenced, which is nice when playing this kind of hero. And although I do love Morosel and playing her, let's see if I can get this energy. No. You're in an issue if all your heroes or all your creatures are dead. You can't do any damage with Morosel. I think that's the only hero that can't deal damage. Unless you count the swords, but that's not really damage dealing, as it's on such a long cooldown, and all the other abilities is healing. But yeah. So this is the setup I'm running right now. And I kind of enjoy it. 2 tanks, that's nice. More protection for us. Yeah, there's PvP daily quest, but I can't find any PvPs, and I looking at the timer here, and the episode is coming up to 30 minutes, and I'll see if I can get that clip in to show you what was wrong with the previous sequence. Yeah, I think that's all for this episode, and again, hopefully you enjoy this higher quality of my voice. And again, please do give me feedback on it down in the comments. If it's not sounding good or anything, and I'll see what I can change about it. There's a lot of settings for this. But thank you so much for joining me in this episode, and please do leave a like if you liked it, and of course leave a dislike if you disliked it, and do subscribe to my channel. It makes me jumping of happiness, honestly. Up to 22 subscribers right now, and that's I find that really, really nice, and really appreciate that you take the time to subscribe and watch my videos, and hopefully you're enjoying it. But yeah, thank you for joining me in this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.